We take a look at the Meramac 6 by ALPS Mountaineering. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. Today we're going to do a gear review on the ALPS Mountaineering Meramac 6, which is a fantastic little 6-man tent from ALPS Mountaineering. So the first thing I want to say is never listen to tent manufacturers when they talk about capacities people-wise. This is not a 6-man tent. Yes, you can put 6 sleeping mats in that tent, but you're not going to be comfortable. This tent is fantastic for a small family or couples who want a little bit of room. It's an awesome 10 by 10 dome tent. Let's take a look. So if you've watched some of my other tent reviews, you notice that I started with taking the tent out of the bag and setting it up and all that stuff. Well, we've actually used this tent a couple of times, and I actually had it set up because we just used it. We're out at Fort McAllister State Park in coastal Georgia, just south of Savannah. And so I'm going to actually do this review a little bit backwards. I'm going to break this tent down today, so I'm going to do the gear review basically starting with it set up and then tear it down so you can see all the different features. This is a tent with a partial coverage rainfly, so the rainfly doesn't go all the way down to the bottom, so it has this nice ridge pole here, and it creates this little awning area over the doors. It's a 2-door tent, door in the front and door in the rear. That's great if you're camping with a large number of people in the tent. That way you're not stepping over people. Gives you great access in and out of the tent. So I really like this tent. This tent is used primarily by my mother. I take my mom camping with us. She's 71 years old, so having a tent that she can get in and out of really easily is really important to her, and so this partial coverage rainfly is great. I also did a review of the Taurus 6 by ALPS Mountaineering, so I'll put a link right up here where you can check that out, and that is a tent very similar to this one, but it has a full coverage rainfly. I'm also, in my next video in this series, I'm going to do a comparison video between the Meramac 6 and the Taurus 6, so you'll be able to check that out as well. But today we're doing an in-depth review of the Meramac 6. So it is up. I'm going to do a little walk around of the tent, and then we'll go inside. Okay, so here's a look at the Meramac 6 all set up with the partial coverage rainfly. As you can see, got the door open. The rainfly does get flied out at the bottom on the sides, which is really nice. There's a lot of mesh under there. We'll take a look at it in a minute. And so that offers some great ventilation. I like to use high-vis lines for guying out my tent as well as flying out the rainfly. That way you don't trip over it when you're walking around the tent. Here's a look at the tent from the back side. So there's a number of things that I really like about this. So with a partial coverage rainfly, that means that the body of the tent is going to get wet when it rains, especially if there's any rain and wind. And so at the bottom of the door here, they put a zipper guard that protects the zipper to keep water from intruding through the zipper. They don't do that on the Taurus 6 because of the full coverage rainfly, and that bums me out because there are times when I would like to leave the vestibule open on that tent. So I really like the zipper guard. There's also a mesh window in the door, so it gives great ventilation there as well as being able to see out. And then on the rainfly itself, there are tethers for guying out the tent in high winds. All in all, this tent does pretty good in bad weather. We've had it in a few storms. It's held up just fine and has been completely waterproof. Inside the awning, you can see that the tent clips to the poles, and the rainfly itself does Velcro in 2 spots on all 4 corners of the tent. So it is a very easy tent to set up. Okay guys, so I'm inside the tent now, and one of the things that I really like about these 6-man dome tents by ALPS Mountaineering is the ceiling height. So I'm just under 6 feet tall, and I can stand up in this tent very comfortably. I can move around quite a bit. If I have the gear loft in here, and it does have a nice gear loft, I haven't put it in, but if I have the gear loft in, I can still stand underneath the gear loft as long as there's not a whole bunch of stuff sagging down. So it gives plenty of height. If you're over 6 feet tall, you may have to duck a little bit here and there, but by and large, guys, this tent gives you a lot of standing height, which is great. And as I said before, with 2 doors, if you've got 3 or 4 people in here, you have 2 ways of getting out so you don't have to walk over people. Let's take a look at some of the features inside the tent. One of the things I really like about this tent is that it does have a bathtub style floor. So that definitely helps with water intrusion and waterproofness, I guess is the word. It does have some gear pockets on the sides. One on that side, and everybody say hi to Tiller. And then one on this side. And then check out this door. The size of this door is plenty big for getting in and out, which makes for easy entry and exit. There are vents in the roof, which offers some good ventilation. And then check out the mesh along the sides. So this tent breathes really well in warm weather. And again, on the door, as I turn around here, you can see that there's a big panel that's a window. So with easy access zippers, right? So offers some additional ventilation and the ability to see out, which you can't actually see out of the Taurus 6 with the full rainfly on because there's no windows in the rainfly. So this does allow you to see out a little bit, which I like. More ventilation on the side there. All in all, this is a fantastic tent if you're looking for a tent that is easy to get in and out of and has a partial coverage rainfly. Before I take the rainfly off, I want to mention one more thing. The rainfly clips into the body of the tent with these buckles, which makes for very easy setup. So here's a look at the Meramac 6 without the rainfly. There you get a really good view of the side mesh panels. Lots of ventilation, as I said. And then there's a stakeout point midway down the side of the tent, which is nice, as well as the 4 corners. And then there's the roof vents. As you can see, this is completely clip-in. There's no sleeves, which makes for ease of setup. We have sleeves on our Sierra Designs Tabernash 6, and the sleeves are kind of a pain. And then if you look down here, there are also 2 stake points by the door, one on each side of the door, which is nice. I don't actually use them most of the time, but if I'm going to be in any high wind or anything where I need to worry, I will stake it out. And then again, a really nice size door. I'll back up here so you can see the tent again with the rainfly off. All right, I'm going to take this down and we'll take a look at the materials. So let's talk about materials, guys. I'm going to put on the screen the materials and the waterproof ratings of this tent, so check it out. This tent has some great specs with 75D 185T polyester for both the floor and the rainfly, with a 1500 millimeter coating for UV and rain protection. And one of the things that I really like is the thickness of the poles. So yes, it's fiberglass tent poles. They're not aluminum. I wish they were aluminum, but I have camped for a long time with fiberglass tent poles. And honestly, guys, if you take care of your fiberglass poles, they're going to last you a long time. If you don't overbend them, if you're gentle with them, setting them up and turn them down, not getting nicks in them, that kind of thing, your fiberglass poles are going to last you a long time. And I'm sure you can get replacement poles if you need to. I know I was able to do a lot of repair poles for my Eureka tents back when I was using Eurekas. So the poles are very, very thick. This is the ridge pole for the rainfly, guys, and it's an 11 millimeter pole, which is pretty impressive. The main poles, it's a 2-pole cross design. It's very common in dome tents. Those are 11 millimeter poles as well. Very, very thick, very strong poles. I think that these will last us a long, long time, probably the entire life of the tent. So I'm not worried there. I think that despite the fact that they're fiberglass, they're definitely going to be up to the task and the challenge for camping in all kinds of weather. So guys, this tent also comes with a set of steel stakes. They're pretty heavy. They're also kind of small. I don't think that I will use these. I'll probably hang on to them for spares, but I will use elder stakes. It also comes with a patch kit, which is really nice, and the cordage for guying out your tent. That's actually really nice because a lot of tents that I have bought don't come with cordage. You have to get your own. So it's nice that ALPS Mountaineering includes those in the tent itself. While nothing fits back in the bag like it did from the factory, this carry case, guys, is really nice. It's plenty big. It's easy to roll the tent up and get everything back inside here. It has a nice zipper, and it is very easy to use, very easy to store. It's not a stuff sack. It's a full open bag with a full zipper all the way across. So it is very, very easy to use. It's got some nice handles, easy to carry. All in all, guys, I really like this tent. I think it is a winner. If you're looking for a dome tent with a partial coverage rainfly, the Meramac series from ALPS Mountaineering is a fantastic tent. They also make an outfitter version of this tent that has a thicker floor, and that is the tent that I wanted to get, but due to supply chain issues and this tent being back ordered and I wasn't able to get it in time, I had to go with the regular version, but I'm really happy with it, guys. I think it is going to last me a long time. I'm going to get a lot of use out of this tent. So all in all, guys, I recommend the Meramac 6 by ALPS Mountaineering. I'm going to put a link down in the description below where you can pick up one of these tents. Yes, it's an affiliate link, so if you use our link to purchase, we do get a little commission on the sale, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. It's a great way to support our channel. Guys, Camp Outside exists to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get you and your kids outside, and so we do things like this, these gear reviews, to help you select good gear so that you're not out there having a miserable time with bad gear. Guys, you can hit us up on our website at www.campoutside.com. You can hit us up on our other social media at Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or Twitter, or you can drop something in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions about the Meramac series from ALPS Mountaineering, if you have any questions about tent camping in general, we would love to help you out. Drop something in the comments below. If you have this tent, let us know how you like it, and definitely drop something below. Guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos, and hit that thumbs up button on this video if you like this review. Again, we'd love to hear from you. Drop something below, and we will see you next time on Camp Outside.